According to the Daily Wire, ICE data show hundreds of thousands of illegal aliens in U.S. are serious criminals. Data from Immigration and Customs Enforcement that was released this week showed that hundreds of thousands of illegal aliens in the U.S. are serious criminals. Representative Tony Gonzalez released data as Vice President Kamala Harris was set to make her first serious visit to the southern border, where she is responsible for the administration's disastrous policies that have led to more than 10 million illegal aliens pouring into the U.S. You got to know that that's a conservative number. Because I believe that Donald Trump is right. Those numbers are more like 15 to 20. You have people, you have no idea of how many people came in at any one given time. This is just, quote, as of July 21st, 2024, there were 666,000 non-citizens with criminal histories on ICE's national docket, which includes those detained by ICE, and on the agency's non-detained docket. Patrick Leckleitner, deputy director and senior official performing the duties of a director for ICE, in a letter to Gonzalez. Quote, of those 435, let's just round that up, shall we? 436,000 are convicted criminals, and let's round it up again, 227,000 have pending criminal charges. The data included a chart that listed the charge if the illegal alien was detained and if they were convicted or had charges pending. The most disturbing stat were the number of criminals convicted of serious crimes who are not detained because of Democrat sanctuary policies, including, so understand this, these are serious criminals. They're committing serious crimes, but sanctuary city policy, sanctuary state policy, does not allow ICE to deport them. So they just turn a blind eye. And I'm just wondering, at what point does the United States cut them off? These sanctuary states like California, at what point can the feds say, okay, well, since you're not going to adhere to the U.S. Constitution, we're not going to adhere to the U.S. Constitution. Okay, you don't want to be partnered with ICE? Okay, well, we're not giving you any money. How is that not reasonable? You're defying the U.S. Constitution because you want a virtue signal. And so you're putting Americans in harm's way so you can get some brownie points and possibly more representation in Congress. Trust me. That's what this is about. But take a look at this, okay? We're not talking about, all that stuff about, no, you don't understand. You see, oh my gosh, they're coming to feed their babies to get milk and bread. They don't want a handout. Look at this. Arson, assault, burglary, dangerous drugs, fraud, homicide, kidnapping, spicy assault, weapon offenses. Look at the numbers. No, I'm just going to leave that slide up there. Just take a look at those numbers. Due to sanctuary policies, those people are allowed to roam free without a care in the world, just walking around, tra-la-la-la-la, knowing that the police can't arrest them. The police cannot arrest them because they don't adhere to federal laws. Look at those numbers. They're walking around. You see, here's the thing. Are we facilitating the tragedies that befall these American girls? Typically, that's what's happening. A vulnerable females will find themselves in bad situations, and these criminals, these unhinged criminals, will do whatever they want. Is it possible, nay, even probable, that since the criminals know that spicy assault is, you're not going to be able to turn me in because of it, and even if you do, they're probably going to let me out. Maybe they're just reading into it like, we get to do whatever we want here. Just take a look at those numbers. They just get to walk around scot-free. Gonzalez said that the staggering numbers were a direct result of the Biden-Harris administration's policies. Quote, "The truth is clear. Illegal immigrants with a criminal record are coming into our country." Trump was right. They're sending them here, and they don't want them. And what's worse, I haven't done any research on this, and I'm going to have to, and I'm going to. Apparently, the Biden administration made a deal with the dictator in Venezuela that we'll never send them back. Whoever comes here for, seeking asylum, we won't send them back. I don't know the truth of that. That just sounds batshite crazy. But it's Democrats, so I mean, that's insane. By the way, you got to remember, Democrats, the vast majority of them, voted to not deport people convicted, not accused, convicted of a DUI. So no, you can't send them back. No, we have to continually, give them your money. The truth is clear. Illegal immigrants with a criminal record are coming into our country. The data released by ICE is beyond disturbing, and it should be a wake-up call for the Biden-Harris administration and cities across the country that hide behind sanctuary policies. It's time for Washington to move past rhetoric and toward results. If results you mean deportation, that's not going to happen. If, God forbid, Kamala Harris actually becomes the president, you think the border is open now? You think it's wide open now? They will make some sort of namby-pamby excuse that not only are we not going to work with ICE, we're not going to work with, border security either. There's going to have to be a stricter policy. You have to be a stricter policy. We have to make sure that anyone coming illegally, particularly if they're criminals, that we do not hold them up and we usher them in, because the American dream is for everyone, even if you're not an American. Let me go back. Those are astounding numbers of people that are walking around scot-free. And sanctuary cities and states won't do a thing to rail it in. This is how you lose a nation. It happened in Europe. It's happening here, where they just flooded. Paris doesn't even resemble Paris anymore. London. I mean, they've got real serious crime now. I mean, like you just read here, like serious crimes. Arson, spicy assault. What do you do with that? Well, I think that you have to, I know that there's a lot of talk about, secession, but can it be the other way around? Can the country secede from, I don't know, California? I say, and the reason would be you don't adhere to the same laws that the rest of the country does. You defy those federal laws. Now, if you don't like the laws, okay, change them. Fine, okay. But until then, you have to adhere to it. At some point, somebody's going to have to call a spade, man. Hey, you're out. You're no longer part of the union. You can go ahead and wave the American flag if you want. But you will get no privileges coming to American citizens. No more. In fact, if you're not a citizen, how are you getting American citizens freebies? God. All right, that's it for now. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe. And if you're following me on Rumble, please press that follow button. And until the next time, God bless.